Sup YouTube? Shout out to high exposure. You can't even like see my face, but you know what? I don't care, man. How's it going, YouTube? I would just like to point out a few pet peeves of mine. He's really cool, isn't he? I thought so. Anyway, yeah, so I would like to just go through a bunch of my pet peeves. This is a bit of a, I don't want to say like, you know, a kind of on-the-spot video, but it kind of is because I should be doing my Western Civ homework, but I'm not. Number one, when people that you know, particularly I've found it happens with guys, but I don't want to say that it's just a guy thing because girls have done it too to me, but not as often, is when, you know, they are like talking to you and then they try to impress you and they're all like, oh, but I just like lifted like 120 pounds, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, just letting people know I am not, it just doesn't, it doesn't matter to me like what you can physically do, but like I could be talking about like a chair and they're like, oh well, I lifted a chair once, and I'm like, I'm not even talking about that. Can you lift, bro? Cause I can't. Have you seen my arms? It's not happening. Two, people tend to, I'm just gonna put it out there that I'm not a very big person and I have nothing against any body weight. You be you. You go and you be yourself, and I don't care. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not okay the way you are. You are perfect. You're great. I don't care what the heck anyone says to you. I get called like somebody, like people like have assumed like I was anorexic. I'm just gonna let you guys know I'm not. I eat, and when I say I eat, I mean like sometimes I won't eat like I'll eat like a bag of chips and I'll be like eating them all, and then someone puts a plate of food in front of me and I don't eat any of it, and then they're like, why aren't you eating? And I'm like, I just don't feel like eating. I just don't like it when people like to shame my body. Oh, you're too skinny, or like whatever. Like when you call me, like, it doesn't offend me when people like call me a twig, or like, oh, like you can do this because you're small. Like that doesn't offend me. But it's when people start to take my weight and use it against me as if like I'm not like superior or anyone. Like I'm not saying I'm not, like, I want to be superior. I'm just saying like, oh, well, you can't do it because you're small, or like you're like, or like you're not attractive because you're really tiny and you're too skinny or whatever. They pretty much said it like, oh, you're not attractive because you don't have any boobs or any ass and like blah blah blah, and I'm like, is that really like what you are looking for? Because I think that's really stupid. I don't think you should be looking for that in a person. Sure, we're all teenagers and our hormones are like fucked up right now, but to be honest, just look for someone that you're happy with. I mean, if you're happy, I'm not gonna say that attractiveness doesn't mean anything, because I'm gonna be honest, like, we are human beings and it does mean something, but I just don't think that you should base everything that you like about a person off that. Number three, when adults tell me that my life choices, and I don't mean life choices as in like, ooh, I'm gonna get a tattoo or like I'm gonna get a piercing, because like, you know, parents do have the right to tell you not to get those things at the moment, and you know, it's just, you have to think about what you want to do before you do it. Don't be like, oh, I'm a rebellious teenager, I can do whatever I want, because yeah, to an extent, I believe that you should have freedom, but you don't have a lot of freedom. But anyway, so I just do believe that when I say that I want a specific job or something and people tell me like, oh, you're not gonna get anywhere, or it's not a good idea, it's like they think that I don't have the idea of getting, like, earning a living when I'm older in the back of my mind, because I do. Like, when I'm older, I do want a family, and I do want to, like, settle down and have, like, you know, a family and everything. And I think that, like, being younger, people forget that that's, like, in my mind, and that I know that I need to support people and I need to support myself when I'm older. But I also want to be doing something that I'm happy doing, because when I'm on my deathbed and I have, like, 3 days to live, I don't want to be worrying about how much money I had. I want to be worrying about how I spent my days and how I've affected people. I want to, like, make sure that I have impacted the world positively. Your life choices are whatever you want to do, but when people tell me that my life choices aren't right, it's like, I'm just not going to believe you, and I'm not going to just, like, stop my dreams to make you happy, because I'm going to be happy. I'm going to do what I want to do with my life and be happy. That's where I stand on that. Number 4, when I'll be being myself, doing whatever I want to do, styling my hair the way I want to style it, or dressing the way I want to dress, or whatever, doing my thing, or making a video, and people tell me that it's stupid, or like my videos suck or whatever. Like, I'll say, oh, watch my video. Oh, well, I'm not, like, oh, I don't want to do it or whatever. Like, whatever, you don't have to watch my video, but don't tell me it sucks, and don't tell me that you can do better than I can. It's just something I like to do. It makes me happy. It doesn't have to make you happy. It really doesn't. So it's just, why should you tell me that I can't do this? Or like my hair. I style my hair. It's pretty, I mean, a lot of people have this haircut, but not a lot of people at my school do. So it's kind of like, okay, hair. You know, I like it. I style it the way I want to, and it's gonna just be the way I want to. My nose piercing, when I first got it, people were like, you shouldn't do it, or you're not gonna get a job. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm okay. This is what I want to do. My mom accepted it. My mom thought it was okay. I'm okay. Number 5. This one's kind of self-explanatory, but when people make rumors about you that you don't know where they came from, like, the beginning of the year, someone told someone that I started talking to that I was mean, and I'm like, okay, they told me the name of the person, and I'm like, I've never talked to that person in my life, ever. Like, I've never even spoken to that person face to face at all. I've never even spoken to them over, like, social media either. It's kind of weird for me. I was like, why do they think that I'm mean? Like, I've never done anything to anyone. I'm relatively quiet. Number 6. When people tell me that I use my phone too much, or like I use technology too much, that kind of pisses me off, because I live in a generation where technology is pretty much everything. I just don't like it when people tell me that I'm, like, wrong for using my phone, like, or that I'm, like, you know, not seeing the world, because, like I said, I take pictures. I love taking pictures. Photography is my thing. And I go out and, like, I use my phone, and then I see something and I'm like snapping a picture of it, and now that I have my camera, it's gonna be 10 times easier to do that. But, like, sure, I text people for communication a lot. I text people a lot. I'm always on social media. I agree that people should put their phone down, and people need to see the world around them, and people need to be aware of the world around them, because shit's going on, and you need to know what's going on around you. It needs to happen. You need to be aware of your surroundings, basically, is what I'm saying. But I don't think that people should abandon their phones completely. I do agree that they shouldn't be a huge part of people's lives, so that if you don't have it, you shouldn't have to, like, completely depend on it. You need to know how to communicate with people enough to, you know, like, if you don't have your phone, you can get yourself out of a situation, or whatever, stuff like that. You need to learn how to live without it. Like, know how to live without it, but have it with you as an aid to whatever you need to do. I believe that, but I just hate it when people tell me, oh, well, get your head out of your phone, like, stop texting, or like if I'm talking to someone, I'm gonna look at you and talk to you. Most likely, unless I'm busy doing something and I'll tell you, hold on a second. Like, I'm not gonna just say, yeah, and just like keep going on my phone. Like, of course I've done that before. I'm not gonna be like a hypocrite and say I've never done it, because everyone's done that. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you need to be aware that people are talking to you when they want to talk and engage in a conversation with you. So just be aware that you can put your phone down to speak with someone. That's all I'm gonna say for today, because right now I can't really think of anything else, and this is kind of a last minute video. Word of advice or some words of encouragement. But I just want to let you guys know that whatever you do in life, make sure you're happy. Do what you love to do, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't, because you can. I believe you can. I just think that's what you need to do, because there is so much negativity in this world that you can just be happy. Just be happy. Impact it. Make this world a better place. Just be a good person, and it'll be wonderful. I promise. You're gonna go through bad times. It's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna come across these really bad times where you don't want to do anything and you just want to stay in bed and not talk to anyone or not say anything to anyone or go outside or interact with anyone. And that's okay. You stay in bed and you don't do anything. But after that day is over, you think in your head and you go out and you conquer this world, because you got this, man. Whoever you are, you've got this. So, have a good day, YouTube, and just remember that.